Hey guys, in this video I'm doing a quick unboxing and we're gonna take a look at the Cygolite Metro Plus 800 bicycle headlight as well as their Hotshot PRO 150 taillight. Both of the lights are USB rechargeable, so they use a lithium ion battery, and the charging time for both lights is about 3 hours, because before this unboxing I already took them out and charged them, so they're fully charged, and it took me about 3 hours and a little more than 3 hours for the headlight. The reason I got this is because my old taillight is really crappy, and I saw this as a really good deal, like the pack together for like $65 on eBay. I ordered them immediately. I'll post the link below for you guys if you're interested. And this too will actually replace one of my older light. I have a Surface, and I think this is their true 500 lumen headlight. So I'm going to be replacing this and with this Metro Plus 800. And my old tail light is really crappy, so I'm not even going to show you guys. Okay, take it out of the box. We're going to take a look at the light itself and the mounting system. So this light is actually really light. Here I have another light to show you guys, and this is their very old version, Cygolite Expillion, and this is a 350 lumen light. This is on my wife's bike. I really love the design of the Expillion series because they are doing very good at dispersing heat, because this entire rim in the front is made of aluminum. So when you're riding, the wind passes through and it dissipates heat very efficiently. Now on their newer designs, they have got rid of a lot of aluminum parts. They actually replaced the entire front, like the exterior at least, with all plastic. And that's something that I'm not quite happy with the new design. They cheaped out on material. The only heat dispersion is that little metal pieces inside, and which is like a very small part. It's not even any bigger than the light itself. So same thing with the Surface design, and actually they did a little better. They had some metal piece inside. The plastic casing is slightly thinner than this one, and they actually have exposed metal heat dispersion right around the middle of the body, so that is quite nice as well. So I'm not sure about riding this, or like actually using the light itself without riding the bike, or in a lot of stopping situations, because I think the light might overheat. So try not to use the full brightness when you are stopping, at something for a long time and keeping the light on. I think it's gonna burn this one. But then I'm sure it have a protection mechanism. So if the internal temperature reaches certain degrees, it's gonna dim the light. So I don't think you're gonna overheat the light, but you're just not gonna get the best performance compared to when you're actually constantly riding. Okay, so turning on the light. And let me see if I can just project a pattern on the table. So this is have the light turning on the first, second setting, third setting, and the fourth is a blinking setting. And yep, so it's got 4 modes, very basic. And I'm gonna compare this light brightness with my Surface True 505. So I'm gonna turn on both of them at full brightness and then see what it shows in the video. So this is my Surface at full brightness. This is half, and this is I think 1/3 of the brightness, and this is 1/4 of the brightness, and back to full, and turning it off. And I think this have a flashing mode, but the flash is kind of it's a slow flashing pattern, so which I don't like very much. I like it to be flashing fast. And remember, this is my old light, the Surface. So let's compare the Metro 800. Okay, so this is the 800 at full brightness, and this is the 505 at full brightness. So immediately you can see the 800 is have a much better spread pattern than the 505, and in terms of brightness at full, the 800 is slightly brighter. Okay, so that's something I can tell you right off the bat. It's probably as claimed at 800 lumens for the Metro 800 Plus, and this is the 500. So I'm gonna turn off the 500. I'm gonna put on my good old trusty Experian 350 and see how bright it'll get. And this is 350 at full brightness. Okay. Oh, yep, this is the full brightness. So interestingly, the 350 appears to be just as bright or even slightly brighter than the 800. And the reason being the spread pattern for the 350 is actually very small. It's a very focused light compared to this one. So like if you're riding, this will better illuminate the road with almost as good brightness as this one at full brightness further down the road. And even the front part of the bike is going to get covered. It's going to have a very good coverage. So that's a reason that the 350 looks to be brighter than the 800. It's because the 800 have a wider spread pattern. So I'm going to turn both. Let's see. I'm going to turn both to the smallest setting. And this is both lights at their lowest setting. And as you can see, the brightness is about the same, but this one actually output a much wider pattern than the old Experian 350. Okay, so I'm going to turn the Experian off, and I'm going to turn the 505 on and put it on the lowest setting and do a quick comparison. So the 505 have a slightly wider pattern than the Experian 350, but at the lowest setting, I think they call it walking mode. It's fairly dark, but it's good enough for when you're going out and taking a walk. And both of those at lowest setting should last you a good 3-4 hours at least on those settings. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna turn both lights off. And in conclusion, this light is indeed working as claimed. In terms of brightness, it's brighter than the 500, and for some reason it's not as bright as their own 350, but only because of the beam pattern is different. Okay, so if you have this at a much more focused area, it's going to be super bright. Okay, so take a look at their mounting bracket. This is something that I really like from the Cygolite compared to the Surface mounting bracket. The Surface is slightly awkward to use because the release button is at the front of the light, and you have to slide it out from the front for the Surface. But on the Cygolite, it's really well designed because you put the light in here like this, and then you remove it by pushing it forward, so nothing is going to catch your hand. Like the tab, actually, like the Surface, the front is very sharp, and every time when I try to push the mounting bracket on the Surface and remove it, a lot of times it hurts my hand. So I think in terms of mounting bracket design, I really love the Cygolite. And of course this one, as they say, is slightly improved compared to their older version, but I mean, I don't see much of a difference. The mounting bracket is super easy to use. The front part, the front knob, is fully adjustable. So it fits into all different kinds of bicycle, the different handlebar width. and it goes really wide as well. So it would definitely fit any of the standard mounting handlebars that you have. And I'm not worried about, you know, the mounting bracket, because I think Cygolite have one of the best mounting bracket designs there is out there. Interestingly, I found out that the light actually, the Metro Plus 800 actually have a boost mode. When I was comparing the light with my other lights, I didn't know the boost mode is there. After I read the instruction, it says there's a boost mode. There's also an option to lock the light for traveling, so it doesn't get turned on, you know, in your suitcase or anything like that. To lock and unlock the light, you basically just hold the power button for 6 seconds until the light, LED light flashes. Okay, I'm not gonna demonstrate that because it's rarely gonna be useful, and the power button is actually very firm to press, so I doubt there's gonna be any accidental press on the Metro Plus 800. So I'm gonna turn on the boost light and I'm gonna compare with the Cygolite 350 at the brightest setting, and I believe the brightest setting for the 350 is also a boost mode. Okay, that's why it was super bright. But the battery is going to drain super fast on both lights if you turn it into boost. Okay, so this is 350 at boost. So to turn on the boost mode, you just quickly double tap twice and it gets really bright. So that's a boost mode. So compare the boost mode with the Cygolite Experience 350, and again the boost mode is really bright. Let's see. So that's a boost mode, and this is the boost mode in the Experience 350, which is its brightest setting. Okay, so I'm just doing a little comparison because I found out this light actually have a boost mode. And again, it's really bright. If you're in the dark, this light will definitely illuminate the road very well. You're not gonna have any problem using the light at night for commuting or traveling. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the lights off, and then we're gonna go back to the regular recording. Next, I'm gonna take a look at the actual Hotshot 150, and this is their most powerful single LED taillight design. So take a close look and just see some of the details. And of course it comes with a little clip, so I think how you mount it is it's a pretty standard round mount, and that I would say is pretty much limited to your seat post. You might be able to get it, no you don't. You might be able to get it smaller on some of the bikes. I'm not sure how to call that area, the seat stay maybe, but I think it's mainly designed for the seat post. You can't really mount it anywhere else, which actually very much limits its use. Good thing I have a round seat post. My wife's bike actually have a aerial seat post, so this would never work. So in terms of mounting option, I would say the Hotshot 150 is fairly limited. Let me find a screwdriver. So, and I believe this angle for the thing over here for the clip is adjustable. Yep. Let me see if it can focus. So it adjusts like that in various angles, and I believe that's the top. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tighten it, and I'm actually gonna put the thing over here and take a look. So you mount it like that. It's a fairly light click, but it wouldn't fall off or anything like that, so it should be okay. Turning on the light, and right off the bat, I'm telling you, this light is blinding. So it is super bright. And I think it have couple different modes. By pressing the power button, you switches into different modes. And I think in this mode, you're able to press the other button, which is the adjustment button, to change the frequency of the flash. So you can have it go really slow, and you can have it go fairly quick. And I think this is the only mode that this function button is useful. In other modes, it helps a little bit to adjust the frequency of, the flashing. Let's see. And I'm not sure if it's working for some of the modes. Oh yeah, so it works for all the modes, and the adjustment is slight. Like you can tell there's a difference. So you can adjust every mode to your liking, and I think it's gonna save each flashing modes for you. It just goes from slow to quick and quick to slow. So I would say this is a fairly feature-packed single LED tail light, and it's very easy to okay, see the side profile, the light spill. It's okay. There's not a lot of light spill, but at least there are some light spills on the side. Let's take a look at the Metro Plus, see if there's any side spill. Oh, very slightly. So only a little bit of the side light spill on the side. So it's not anything to illuminate the road, but then people is gonna know you're there. Okay, turn it off. I'm gonna turn this light off, and boy, it's super bright. If you get this light, I have no doubt people is gonna be able to see you day and night. Okay, so that concludes this little unboxing and overview of the Cygolite Metro Plus 800 and their Hotshot 150. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer all the questions you guys have in regards to those lights. And again, thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.